Medina, Medina, Medinatul Nabi, Medina, Medina, Medinatul Nabi.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Assalatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah. Assalatu wassalamu alayka ya Habiballah. So today's topic is one of backbiting. It's a topic I think we need to discuss because a lot of women do it, and more recently a lot of men have started doing this as well. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions that I need to clear through this video, and I need to get this message across to a lot more people than what I've currently done, because I've taught it in masjids, I've taught this topic through seminars, through workshops, through individual one-to-one classes, and I think this is now my last resort to try and get this message out there. So if I look down, I'm just looking at my laptop to get my slides from my presentation. So let's look at the definition of backbiting first of all. What does backbiting mean? So if we look at the dictionary definition, it's malicious talk about someone who is not present. Ghiba is the Arabic term for backbiting. It's speaking in the absence of someone. Buhtan is slander, saying things about someone which are not true. Namima is malicious gossip, telling one person what another person has said about him to cause trouble between them. Now there's common misconceptions. Sometimes you will hear some people say, I can say it to her face, I can say it to his face. I want to say something, but I don't know if I should. If you start your sentence off with, I want to say something, but I don't know if I should, then don't say it. Don't start it. Just end the conversation there and then. Sometimes you also might find some people saying, don't talk about so-and-so because they're not here, but what I'm saying about them is true. Hazur Pak sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, it's the height of ignorance. It's the height of ignorance when you're speaking the truth about someone in their absence in a way they would not like it if they were present. That is known as backbiting. So sometimes when you hear people saying, what I'm saying is true, or I can say it to her face, if that person was to take offense to what you've just said to their face, it will be classed as backbiting. And do not think backbiting is a minor sin. It's classed as a major sin astaghfirullah, to the point that it's mentioned in the Quran, it's the punishment is mentioned in the Quran, that you will be eating the flesh of your brother. You will be eating the flesh of the person who you have been backbiting about. So honestly, if somebody ever backbites about me, I honestly say this to everybody that knows me knows that I always say let them, because I'll give you some reasons why. We all know that the person bankrupt in this world is somebody who has no money to their name. Would you like to be somebody who is bankrupt on the day of judgment? But what do I mean when I say that? On the day of judgment, when everybody is going to be held to account, if you have been backbiting about someone, your good deeds that you've worked so tirelessly and hard for will be taken out of your treasure chest and be given to that person who you have been backbiting about. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. And I, for one, am not willing to let anybody take the deeds that I have so close to my heart. So I do not get involved in any form of backbiting, and it's not something I encourage. So much so that if I am in an environment and there are talks that are going to start happening or are happening, I will firstly try and tell them to stop. If they don't, I will get myself up and get out of the room, because you sitting there is being classed as you committing the sin as well yourself. Astaghfirullah. But what happens if you've got no good deeds left in your treasure chest? You've handed them out to every single person who you have been backbiting about. If you then have no good deeds left, what happens then? Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Then any bad deeds that they have committed, they all come into your chest. So where you would have been so close to entering Jannah, you've just given them the golden ticket to enter Jannah, and you've taken all their bad deeds on and you've gone ahead to hell. Astaghfirullah. It's been at touching distance, but you've just been just not there, you've missed it by a tad. So please, please, please refrain from any form of backbiting. And if you hear from someone that someone so-and-so is backbiting about you, say subhanallah. Say subhanallah, because you will be getting their deeds on the day of judgment, inshallah, inshallah. So do not let your deeds be snatched. If somebody passes through your heart and there comes a point where you really do want to talk about them, do dua for them, because dua is such a powerful tool that you can't ever have anything replace a dua. Subhanallah. The thing that I'm going to leave you with today is a verse from Surah Arad, verse number 11, chapter 13. It says, "Verily, Allah will not change the good condition of a people, of a person, as long as they do not change their state of goodness themselves." Now, what do I mean by that? You can't just simply sit there and say, Ya Allah, give me hidayat, Ya Allah, give me hidayat. You've got to go ahead, take that step and go and make a difference, go and take a change. If you're not going to do that, then you could be sat there and asking for du'as all you like, but until you are making that move and implementing what your intentions are, it's not going to happen. Just like if you were to go and put the TV on, but in order for you to do that, you need the TV remote. You're not just going to sit on the sofa and say, TV remote, come to me, are you? You're going to have to physically get up off the sofa, grab the TV remote in order to put the TV on. The principle is the same. If you want to be able to do good, you need to start acting and implementing it. If you want to stop backbiting, you need to start speaking with your mouth, with these lips and this tongue and this speech that Allah has given you, and say to everyone around you, please stop. I don't want to hear it, and please stop. Do not get me involved in this sin. If you found this video beneficial, then inshallah do spread it. And until next time, inshallah, Allah Hafiz.